York, Lawyer 790 KABC. You're listening to the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show. I'm Karl Gerber, a real workplace lawyer. No time like the present to shake things up and do a little after midnight construction. I've been hearing things in the drywall. What is that?
The evil axis of Myron Alfombra Pronounced Matting, but spelled Eminem, has been spinning webs of ever-growing berber that is actually nylon in between the metal studs of your office's framing. In no time, your walls will collapse.
Oh, man, it's going to be a lot of work to kill that stuff.
Yeah, but first, I will kill you.
Tell me about it. You're one of them who doesn't believe in face masks or science.
Come on, the election results are fake. Fake news. More than 1.14 billion Americans voted red.
Myron Alfombra Pronounced Matting, but spelled M&M. You are delusional.
You soon will be suffering delusions. I live and breathe COVID-19. 6 Republican senators infected before Thanksgiving. We don't care if you get it. We're super spreaders.
I think you'd be on the run by now. It's only a matter of time until a real president takes back the big White House.
Just because I've implanted the First Lady, implanted her that orange-faced modified sex robot, made him do as I wish, and pretended to give him 5 plug trims. You thought that his hair was real? I've done more as a licensed hairdresser in the state of New Jersey than ever before done by a hairdresser. I've done more to further black people's rights to carpet for the head and the townhome floor, ever-growing berber toupees that are actually nylon, ever-growing berber Americans that are actually nylon. I've suffocated many a liberal with my ever-growing berber face masks that are actually nylon. What do you have to show for yourself?
Well, I'm not going to go get arrested for treason on January 20th, 2021.
Oh, on this very program, episode 125, lurking on that Karl Gerber with the K channel on YouTube, you prove the case of ballot fraud, my puppet, who is really a sex robot, failed to prove in his court papers.
Just because some trucker who smelled like a whole city of hobos came on this show, sat on the latrine on my balcony after he filled it up, and claimed he was driving 114 million or maybe 114 billion ballots for Joe Biden for 114 days and 118 nights before he dumped his load with the help of the entire Remus Helms cosplay ostrich ranch into a giant orifice. I mean, a hole. That doesn't mean a thing.
Well, Gerber, I find him quite credible.
How do you think I found that guest?
Everybody knows that Remus Helms, the most important man of Sun Valley, California, refers all guests on the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show.
And of course, a man who claims your puppet dictator held the resin mold his genital just happened to fall into, and then it got infringed, and then he got 114 million in 1994, or maybe it was 1995. Of course that man is credible, and everybody knows he is Alfomra. Have you listened to this show since April of 2018? There's never been a show with guests as mad as this.
Oh, I've intercepted each and every broadcast. Sometimes when the listeners think you're talking, I'm really talking. The dictator is really talking. Stalin talks from his grave. Well, hold on a minute. I have a call coming in.
Sure, take the call. We're broadcasting the top listened to radio show on Saturday in Los Angeles.
Fire the dope waxer. The assistant dope waxer 2 years. They're both a bunch of dopes.
You're conducting a political business on open air. You've just fired the two most important people in your puppet government.
You need to freeze, or I'll cough on you.
In case you didn't notice, I've encapsulated you in a curtain of renewable energy and a vegan bacon booty. You can't escape.
No, you mustn't. I'm wearing an ever-growing berber toupee that is actually nylon. It will keep growing and growing and growing.
Save yourself Myron Alfombra Pronounced Matting, but spelled M&M. I've already notified the transition team of your whereabouts. Somebody from the DNP will be here in moments to escort you to a maximum security federal prison.
It's nothing, girly man. I'll be pardoned. I'll even just pardon myself.
According to my calculations, your ever-growing Berber toupee that is actually nylon will suffocate the bubble you're in within the next 2 days.
I always carry me a tampon.
Since that thing has a gas-powered engine that emits an incredible amount of carbon, I'm not sure what will happen first. You'll run out of gasoline or the fumes will kill you.
What? Let's make a deal. Gerber, come on. We're gonna make this deal. I'll control the entire Republican Party, most of the dictators in the world.
You couldn't even win the war of the sex robots when they invaded your ever-growing Berber toupee factory on episode 82, found on the Karl Gerber with a K channel on YouTube.
Money is just name the amount. Come on, my ever-growing Berber toupee that is actually nylon will have to be tampumed in the next hour.
They will pick you up in a hydrogen-burning Hummer. You'll be forced to wear an N95 mask. How do you like that?
I tell you, I have real hair. I'm just wearing the ever-growing Berber toupee to make a fashion statement.
It's retarded. It has a Confederate flag on it and rifles pointing at, what are those, 114-degree angles off each side of the flag?
Oh, you like it? I can get you one. It's retailing for $114,000 in Florida right now.
Imagine this. After you failed to appear on this show in episode 35, and Egden Weebus stumbled in, and then you said, an imposter, trained by the father of Mindy Rickles, the overprotective mother who hid underneath her eldest son's bed to make sure things proceeded safely during his first time. Oh, that's episode 66. After ignoring subpoenas to appear on this show, I have you encapsulated in a renewable energy source bubble.
Gerber, come on. I heard your midnight showtime has brought you more listeners than ever before. Even in this country, the most KABC listeners all day Saturday, and you're on at midnight.
Well, that isn't fake news.
Well, if you turn me over to the transition team, you'll be done. Nothing left to talk about. No show, villain and all.
The show will just be about heroes, working-class heroes, heroes of the bedroom, heroes in men's stalls, heroes of the ancient art of neuromassage, the yoni massage.
Oh no, look at me. I forgot my big boy pants.
I hope they bring you to a detention center in the Bay Area.
No, I'll get shot and they won't even prosecute me when I turn the city over to the rioters on January 20th. They're gonna pick me apart.
You've done some terrible, dastardly things. That evil bait and switch of a soldier's genital with the 2-inch stand-in. After I won his real member back in that shirtless dreidel game on episode 89, the soldier hardly recognized it. He still hasn't come to terms with the fact it was not all that he imagined it would be.
You Gerber, you dressed up like the disgraced Republican congressman and infiltrated that shirtless dreidel game. I wish Bernie Madoff never won it, and you fooled him into thinking it was his lunch in that brown paper bag.
God, that ever-growing berber that's actually nylon, and the studs of my building here is growing and growing and growing. Does anyone have a tampume around here?
I happen to have one inside the bubble.
Where is the transition team?
There will be no transition. We will never leave the White House.
My sources claim the sex robot made up like, whatever that is will be stuck to the toilet seat and have to be carried away.
The whole toilet?
Yeah, the Secret Service will carry him out, glued to the toilet.
No, I must control him.
Since you'll be locked up in a cage in a migrant detention center, he'll be clueless. Okay, this is the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show on Talk Radio 790 KBC.
Rogaine, he applied the cream 3 times a day, but the wolf man had to buy it too.
The Employment Lawyers Group has successfully represented employees in wrongful termination, sexual harassment, employment discrimination, and unpaid wage lawsuits, including class actions. They are only paid when and if money is collected from the employer. Call 877-525-0700 during the week for an experienced job lawyer. 877-525-0700.
AM 790. AM 790 KABC.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
AM 790
KABC.
Fighting the liberal establishment for you. The Armstrong and Getty Show, morning 6 to 10 on AM 790 KABC.
Talk Radio 790 KBC is the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show on Talk Radio 790 KBC. I have Myron Alfombra Pronounced Matting but spelled M&M in an encapsulated bubble in my office. And he was just telling me about, the imposter in the White House who used to be the scat model. Sex robot, that is. That's why the stuff that comes out of his mouth is, well, the way it is.
Come on, Gerber. I'll do anything. Just get me out of this bubble.
Quite frankly, I don't see the difference between what he hasn't done the last few months and being stuck on the toilet the next 5 weeks.
Are you accusing me of stopping governing this country?
And to think, it's almost Hanukkah, Myron, your favorite time of the year.
The rate of infection is growing and growing and growing uncontrollably, like an ever-growing berber toupee that is actually nylon.
Imagine being in one of those migrant cages you accused the Obama administration of designing while you could be shirtless in front of a garbage can on fire playing a diabolical game of dreidel with ill-gotten gain.
No, this can't be happening, Gerber.
Who's gonna save you now?
The truckers.
Just because one of those guys, hauling gasoline and oil, that doesn't mean they're gonna get you out of this mess. Do what you can to tampoon that ever-growing berber toupee that's actually nylon. Your tampoon will run out of gas soon if the noxious fumes don't do it to you first.
Hey, Gerber, the transition team out there in your parking lot says they can't come in on account of the building being infested with ever-growing berber that is actually nylon.
Well, then I'll bring Myron Alfombra Pronounced Matting but spelled M&M out there.
Come on, Dombass, free me. I'll pay you $10,000. Lots of track money.
$10,000. Oh, I can't get that making one court appearance these days. Nobody with the smarts makes one of them live appearances in courts these days.
Dombass, I was there for you when you needed a job in Queens, selling carpet for the townhome floor and the head. You were a nobody then. You're still a nobody, and you have a desk by a dumpster in the back of a Nuru massage clinic. So pathetic they claim that they're in Tarzana when they are really in Reseda.
Hey, don't insult Nazuki. She's got those magic hands, magic mouth, the thing she's done with her hands. Oh, the thing Ikuki's done with her. Oh, when she isn't infected with one of them venereal disease.
Myron Alfombra, I'm afraid your ex-employee won't bail you out. Any famous last words?
Green M&Ms were always my favorite, and I never got the red ones at Christmas.
Yeah, I never got them yellow ones on Christmas. I only got the pink ones.
I'm not exactly a fan of M&Ms with them being so popular in the peanut culture and me having that lagoon allergy, but I dare say the pink ones, they didn't have pink ones when you were growing up, Dombass.
I always kept a handy supply of M&Ms on me. They don't call me Myron Alfombra Pronounced Matting, but spelled M&M for nothing.
How is it in that hermetically sealed bubble made out of biodegradable products? It's about time we roll you down the back staircase since the transition team won't come up here.
Yeah, they said they weren't thoroughly briefed on ever-growing berber that is actually nylon. That might be in between the studs.
I'm smelling peanuts.
Gerber, I don't think I can help roll Myron down the stairs. We go back all the way to Queens before I was even an incompetent employment defense lawyer, living the dream in the parking lot of a Nuru massage clinic. You keep singing, Reseda.
I don't need your help. I'll start. God, my hands smell like peanuts.
The ever-growing berber toupee that is actually nylon has poked through your biodegradable bubble.
As long as I don't touch my face, I've gotten pretty good at that.
Oh, well, you know they had to stop doing the facials over at the Nuru massage clinic.
I'll just pretend I didn't hear that and keep rolling this towards the door.
Hey, Gerber, your famous latrine on the balcony is all backed up. It's leaking into the office, and it's coming your way.
I seriously doubt I'll be slipping.
Well, Myron, it's been... Yeah, I'm not sure what it's been knowing you.
Don't leave me, Dombass. I taught you how to not pay any income taxes. I taught you how to cheat customers, how to falsify an invoice, get loans, and never pay them back. You'd be nowhere without me.
Oh, God, the backup is all over the biodegradable bubble.
Oh, watch out, Gerber. It's starting to dissolve. That's why they call it biodegenerate.
Dombass, could you go downstairs and tell the transition team the prisoner is coming?
I've got to keep tampioning this ever-growing berber toupee. I can barely breathe in here.
Maybe you've come down with COVID. Oh, no! There are leaks in the bubble and I've been touching it.
Don't touch your face with your pinky. That's what infects you, Gerber.
The strands of berber protruding from the bubble are mixing with urine excrement from the latrine. This is truly a sight to behold.
I'm almost out of my M&Ms.
Gerber, the transition team says they aren't prepared.
Prepared for what?
Well, they ain't gonna deal with all that uncontrollable berber that is actually nylon, all the funky stuff on the bubble. They're saying he's probably got COVID.
Even if I get COVID right now, this is truly a sacrifice to my country.
Sir, yes, sir. No, sir, yes, sir. You have Myron Alfombra Pronounced Matting with spelled M&M engulfed in a biodegradable bubble coated with excrement, urine, enough to fill a dozen jugs.
Alfomra, it's payback time now. The soldier is here.
Sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. I still think you took some of my genitals.
Who, me?
No, sir, no, sir. Myron Alfombra Pronounced Matting, but spelled M&M.
How could have he taken some, but presumably not all of your genital?
Well, sir, listen, sir, he shorted me.
Shorted you how?
Well, sir, I've lost inches. It's not what it used to be.
Are you still dating the woman with the orgasm disorder from episode 88?
Oh, boy, sir, yes, I am.
Did it ever occur to you that at the pace she is using your thing, it might be eroding?
Oh, no, sir. That couldn't be true.
Yeah, I've seen that happen one day when I was looking through the thin painted plastic separating the new room massage rooms over at the Lucky 7 Tarzana when I was on my way to the office in the shower. Before that, go and become a VIP room. Some cops show up and the guy with like kooky, I've never seen something go down that fast.
Oh, soldier, perhaps you can lend a helping hand here with getting this thing downstairs.
No, sir, I won't work at a new room massage clinic.
Come on.
Oh, sir, my girlfriend, who has 180 on a good day.
Help me get Myron Alfombra Pronounced Matting, but spelled M&M down these stairs. I mean, I'm smelling a lot of peanuts.
Gerber, that ain't the only thing you're smelling. It's all backed up from the latrine.
Soldier, do you still blame me for what I did to your genitals?
Don't even ask, Myron Alfombra Pronounced Matting, but spelled M&M. I had to search the far corners of this earth for it when you were holding it hostage last year.
But, sir, I am a Republican.
Yes, soldier, but you're a real Republican. You believe in strong military spending, lower taxes, not an insane tax plan that sends the country into debt, defamation of soldiers who are captured.
Sir, yes, sir. Protect the freedoms of the United States. Pop dictators. Show underprivileged countries we're the boss when we distribute aid vaccines.
Sergeant Joe Friday plays by the rules.
Sir, yes, sir. But would you mind if I take Myron Alfombra Pronounced Matting, but spelled M&M, into that vacant associate attorney office back there before I turn him over to the transition team?
I don't think that would be a good idea.
Well, he must be taught how it is to go 114 days and 118 nights with somebody else's genital. Somebody who's only 2 inches.
Well, that is bad, but I can't condone this as a United States attorney. Why don't you turn him over to the transition team and see what they have in store for him?
Soldier, it's your fault anyway. You went and got stuck in that not very accurate Cindy D sex robot, and you let that minor sexual injury turn into one of them major sexual injuries when you went and gone off to a apprentice embalmer who was really one of them imposters when he operated on your genital.
What will the fate of Myron Alfombra Pronounced Matting, but spelled M&M be? Stay tuned to the Karl Gerber Workplace Lawyer Show to find out, and we do hope this show offended somebody. Everybody! Okay, you can really call up my office and I won't make you sit on the latrine. 877-525-0700 if you want to hire a real workplace lawyer. 877-525-0700 during normal business hours. 877-525-0700. Bring me a wage and hour class action so I can keep this show going.
Rogaine, he applied the cream 3 times a day, but the wolf man had to buy a toupee.
The Employment Lawyers Group has successfully represented employees in wrongful termination, sexual harassment, employment discrimination, and unpaid wage lawsuits, including class actions. They are only paid when and if money is collected from the employer. Call 877-525-0700 during the week for an experienced job lawyer. 877-525-0700.